Hey, this is Mike Sidisi, and I'm here with Scott Refslin at the 2015 Fat Shark Drone Racing National Championships at the California State Fair.
Got it.
Yeah.
You won. Thank you. You must have practiced that for 2 years.
About. Okay. Yeah. But this is actually the first event of its sort that's ever happened, and you are the guy that put this all together. So tell me everything.
Well, this is the first event with 120 racers in it. First-person view FPV racing, so all the pilots sit in the rigs themselves. Their cameras are in there. They don't actually sit in it, but they have a camera in there, and they race it as if they are sitting in the racing the quad. And we have 9 countries represented here. The biggest sponsorship list, the biggest stadium. It's the biggest all in general.
So how did all this come about?
So we've been racing over in Berkeley for about a year, and it just started getting bigger and bigger. Hervé Pellerin from France, the Argonais guy who did the Star Wars style racing that everybody knows, the forest racing. So that kind of catalyzed it first, and that really got it into moving. And then I got connected up through the network with other guys that said, hey, the State Fair is interested in doing some drone racing. And I'm like, wow, that's cool, okay. So then they contacted us, and the next thing you know, we're here at the State Fair doing drone racing.
Well, I'm Rich Hanson with the Academy of Model Aeronautics. I serve as the Academy's Government Regulatory Affairs Director, but here we're at the U.S. National Drone Racing Championship in Sacramento at the State Fairgrounds and having a great time. Well, we've been involved with FPV since the technology has blossomed. Actually, truth be known, that modelers have put cameras on and tried to institute FPV for a long time. They were doing it back in the 90s, but we've always seen this as part of the hobby, but now it's blossomed into a huge adjunct to the hobby, and we're glad to have it on board.
My name is Edie Sellers, and I'm a judge here at the Drone Nationals, the 2015 Drone Nationals. When you're judging a FPV racing event, you are sitting next to the pilot. Every pilot has a judge that is right there. We're watching a video feed with goggles, exactly what the pilot is seeing. We're taking a good account of whether they're going through all of the gates, making sure that they don't go out of the lines, making sure that they're not going to get disqualified for doing something unsafe or missing a gate. What's impressed me the most, at least so far, is that not always the best pilot wins the race. There's a really big difference between being a good pilot and being a good racer. There are some tremendous pilots out here who crashed or didn't do well simply because of the pressure. These are the best in the world. And they get into that pilot seat, they sit down next to me, and their hands are shaking so bad they can barely pilot. It is a don't crack under the pressure situation, and a lot of them are. And I think that because this is the first time there's been an event quite of this size and quite of this nature, I think a lot of the pilots are being rudely surprised that sometimes it's a lot different to just go out and fly recreationally super fast and racing super fast.
Well, I think this is really sort of it's getting it out into the media, and that's, before, like I said, we were racing, but it was groups of guys going out into the forest in Vancouver or out in the middle of nowhere and racing each other. But now there's a $10,000 prize for the winner, and that's bringing the best from around the world. And so you start to do that, you start to get a lot more companies behind it. From there, more money gets involved, and then people can start doing this professionally. It's just like car racing.
Oh, so my name is Carlos Fernandez Puertolas, and I'm one of the pilots on the competition today. Online is Charpu. Due to the stuff that we have to figure out, the frequencies with the different video issues that you can have, is extremely complicated to put everything together and make it work like they're doing. The competition side of things is a little more complicated because I realize that I can't do this kind of stuff when it's so many people under pressure. I have a hard time. But it's great fun to meet up people and just get to fly with them after the competition as well. When you bring to this level, you start getting stressed, and that kind of takes away from the whole point I started doing this. So I definitely find out this weekend that I have a hard time, like really hard time. Yeah. But other than that, I mean, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be really interested in this and really into the competition side of things, and that's great because that brings more people in. A lot of it is being able to contain your nervousness. You know, during the whole time you will see people here that are amazing pilots when they're with their friends. I'm the same. I couldn't even hold my controller. My drone was doing this. It's really hard to and there's people who can deal with it really easily. So if I take away something from it, I feel like it's being prepared, not only flying, but also mentally.
It's almost, I think, is exactly what I expected. I estimate things, and I don't know, I'm pretty good at estimating. I didn't think the last race that we did was going to be as nerve-wracking as it was. I mean, I'm pretty good at calming my nerves, but I was shaking a little bit, and I think all of my buddies that fly were as well. And I think definitely the performance showed, because a lot of these guys I fly with on a regular basis, and they're outstanding pilots. So coming here and watching them not be able to do something that they've done 100,000 times it's a little frustrating for me, just because I know that they can do better. But I don't know, it's fun anyways. They're still having fun. It's cool to just have the camaraderie of hanging out with them all and then going out afterwards and hanging out with them. So hopefully some opportunities open up. I would prefer to do this as like a full-time job, and there are a few companies that are trying to get that going to where it'd be like MotoGP or F1 or something, where you just go a weekend and fly, or go to a weekend and race and then hang out with your buddies and then race and then leave, and that's all you do. So that would be cool if it got to that point, but the technology's like on the cusp of breaking through to that. So I think it'll be soon enough, but it can't come sooner for me. I don't know. I think that would be the coolest job in the world, being able to fly every day.
If you liked this video, subscribe to our channel or send us a comment on Facebook or Twitter. Be sure to check out our other project videos or visit us on makezine.com.